So 1/4 of 20 should be defined to be 1/4 times 20, and the reason why it ought to be defined to be 1/4 times 20 is because when we had 2 of 20, we did 2 times 20. When we had 3 of 20, we did 3 times 20. So when we have 1/4 of 20, it ought to be 1/4 times 20. And this we know is equal to 5. And the reason why it's 5 is because we know that 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5. And what we really did was, you can see that we have this 20, you have 20 crosses, and they're divided into 4 groups, and each elements in it, and that's the reason why 1/4 of 20 should be equal to 5. Now if you want 3/4 of 20, so let's think about 3/4 of 20. So if we have, let's do 3/4 of 20 here, where 3/4 of 20 ought to be really equal to, again with the same reasoning, 3 over 4 times 20, but we know the answer is 15. And why is the answer 15? Well, the answer is 15 because if 1/4 of 20 is 5, so if 1/4 of 20 is 5, then 3/4 of 20, which is 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4 should exactly be 3 times 5, which is 15. So what we have actually done is that we can say so let's try to rewrite this entire calculation in a slightly different way. 3/4 of 20. So if I want to write 3/4 of 20, which is 3/4 multiplied by 20, this I'm saying is really equal to 3 multiplied by 20 divided by 4. And please note, these are called parentheses. These things right over here are called parentheses. What this really means is divide by 4 first and then multiply. Okay, so now here's a story that I have to tell. So let's say there are 3 aunts coming to the house, and there are 4 children in the house, and each aunt is carrying 20 chocolates. So aunt number 1 comes and gives away the 20 chocolates to 4 children. That means each child will get 5 chocolates. And then the 3 aunts distribute the chocolates to each of the children, which means each child got 5 chocolates from aunt 1, 5 chocolates from aunt 2, and 5 chocolates from aunt 3, and the answer was 15. But there's a different way the aunts could have worked it out. Each aunt was carrying, remember, 20 chocolates. So what they could have done was that they could have pooled their resources, and really all the aunts got together and first pooled their resources. So instead of just the 20 chocolates that each aunt was bringing, they all come in together and bring in 60 chocolates and give them equally to the children. So this equality must be true. Okay, but now remember what this is equal to. This is just equal to 3 multiplied by 20 divided by 4. We already know the division interpretation of fractions. So this really means it's just 3 multiplied by 20 over 4. And you can do it both ways. This is just equal to 60 over 4. If you try to interpret it as an improper fraction, you will find the answer is 15. You can do 60 divided by 4, the answer is 15. Either way, the answer turns out to be equal to 15. Obviously, all the answers have to merged together. They have to be the same answer. So in order to summarize all of this, let me just write it out. So let's say I want to calculate 5 over 6 of 18. Okay, that ought to mean 5 over 6 multiplied by 18. And I just showed you that one way to calculate this would be I multiply 5 by 18 divided by 6. 18 divided by 6, you know, is 3. So the answer would turn out to be equal to 15. But another way to do the calculation would be that I can write this as 5 multiplied by 18 over 6. And that's the aunts coming together and pooling their chocolates, which is equal to 90 over 6, which is also equal to 15. Obviously, both the answers have to be the same. You can do it in either way. So, please remember, I'm just saying this is not this is 18 divided by 6 is 3. Okay, so now please note that you can do this calculation either way and you get the same answer. But we have learned a very important thing, which is what I wish to summarize here, which is that like if you have a multiplication like 5 over 6 multiplied, we have done a really remarkable job. We've been able to define this to be equal to this number. So if somebody asks you to multiply, let's say 2 over 7, so let me rewrite this, let's say 2 over 7 by maybe 11, well, you can say the answer is the improper fraction 2 times 11 over 7, and you have now actually made a new definition of what it means to take a fraction and multiply it by a whole number, and now it should all be clear that it's also a sensible definition.